Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Alt Kings podcast. I am your host, Corbin, with my co-host, Tate, and we have some particularly spicy guests on today.
Very spicy.
This is the Pixel Ape Rowboat Club.
How we doing today, boys?
What's up, everybody?
Appreciate y'all having us.
Thank
Glad
you for
to
having
be.
us.
Glad you guys are here. That's for
What's
sure.
going on, guys?
Cool.
So let's begin. We know that you guys hosted the Spartan Event, and let's just start off with that. How'd that go?
Yeah, definitely. So the Spartan Event was pretty interesting. It was actually an event that we were called on to host as live streamers. We do host, various community building events, and this was one of them on the actual ZerpCraft server, which is pretty cool. It's a Minecraft server where you can actually purchase land via XRP in the form of NFTs. So we were called on to live stream that. It was a pretty big event, one of the bigger ones that we've hosted. I think we had like 60 people sign up.
Yeah, 60 sign-ups, 64 I think it was.
Yeah, so
That's incredible.
Exactly. So it was a pretty big event, and there were 3 different sub-events inside of it that Minecraft players could basically compete in, and then we also had spots where people could send in commercials and stuff like that. So it was a pretty cool event, a lot of moving parts, and we definitely learned a lot as a team. I'm sure the ZerpCraft or the Zerp squad were the guys that put it together.
Yeah.
I'm sure that they learned a lot from that too. Like we said, there was a ton of moving parts, a lot going on. And I think it was a 5-hour live stream.
Yep.
A little bit.
That is long.
So it was a really cool event. Like I said, we learned a lot as a team, and I'm sure the Zerp squad guys did too. But definitely one of the cooler events that we've hosted.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have a great team behind you guys, very structured and everything. Why don't you give us a rundown on who all is here from the team?
Yeah, for sure.
Get some introductions.
with the guy himself. I'm Steve, aka Stove. Chris and I do the live streams. As far as like real life, I basically run my own car business, consulting like classic cars and high end expensive parts and stuff like that too.
Cool.
So yeah, my name's Chris. Or Sloppy.
Hey.
As you know, we do the live streams. I'm also, I do the marketing for the PARC project. And, in real life, I work in sales. So it's a lot of fun.
Great.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then, yeah.
I'm Adam. People know me on Twitter as XRP Adam. I'm a full-time dev and a dev on the PARC project, and that's pretty much what I do. I write code all day.
Love to hear it.
Fair.
Very vital.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so my name's Tim, or 2Cakes on Twitter. I help Steve with some of the art stuff, and I do some of like the promotional banners and the like the graphic design stuff for the team. I do some freelance stuff on the side as well, but this is my main focus right now.
Nice.
Sweet.
That's incredible.
Yeah, that's cool.
Great team behind you guys, that's for sure.
Good little team we got here.
For sure. Yes.
So do you mind giving us a little overview on what the Pixel Ape Rowboat Club actually is?
Yeah, for sure. So we are an NFT project of 10,000 Pixel Apes, and essentially behind that we have the team that we just introduced, and we have a couple things that we do. We develop open source tools that Adam makes, and like I said, open sources them for the community to use, and a lot of NFT projects in this space actually use those tools. We also host community building events and live streams on Twitch. So we actually host the PARCcast, which is kind of similar to what you guys do, where we have, crypto projects, NFT projects come onto the live stream and promote themselves for free. And we've met a ton of awesome projects through that, and we've made a ton of great friends as well. And like I said, we do those community building events, which we've hosted probably like 6 or 7.
I think we have the 129 Secret Art event, Spartan Arena,
The Minecraft Olympics.
So that's 4.
Right around like 4 or 5.
Oh, Junkies Poker.
The Junkies
We're
Poker,
hosting a second one.
Yep.
This Saturday.
I'm so excited for that.
Yeah.
Guys, sign up.
Definitely. So we host events like that where we bring together NFT projects from the community, and everyone collaborates, and it's really cool. We meet a lot of new people, and we see other teams kind of commingle and stuff like that. So it's a pretty cool thing that we got going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems very much so like it. I like everything you guys are doing a lot. And you guys also, you've always made me very curious to get into Twitch streaming like you guys do it. It's very clever because like there's a lot you guys can do with that.
Yeah. Yeah, the suits are a nice touch too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, sometimes we'll break them out.
You gotta break out the suits on the big events.
It's cool though because you see that we have the green screen behind us.
Yeah.
Chris and I have always wanted to do something like this, whether it be like we had dreams of hosting a crypto podcast or whatever.
Crypto podcast.
And then we went into like a bear market, and we're like, well, what do we cover now? Like, we can't talk about the market while it's down. So we're like, okay, scratch that. We can't do that. And then this NFT space kind of came along, and we got into that. And the streaming is just we've known each other for years.
It was just something that like it felt like second nature to us because back in like middle school and high school, we were filming like Call of Duty zombie videos, uploading it to YouTube, had like a nice little following there, then stopped it. So now this is like, it's somewhat similar, but
we've circled back.
Yeah,
of course.
Full circle.
Yeah.
In the best way possible.
Yeah, it helps to have that experience behind you too with video production. And well, I mean, I'm sure Twitch is a whole different ballgame. I've never tried to stream on Twitch before, but it seems fairly straightforward.
Thing is, you can so I don't deal with anything because I'll break it, so it's usually him doing it, but like you can be as prepared as possible, and then like one little thing could go wrong where you just have to have somebody damage control while he fixes it in real time, and then if it doesn't get fixed, you're like trying to barking back and forth.
It's good to have like 2 people or more kind of working the whole stream. I mean, same thing with you guys. You got if one of you guys kind of fumbles up or something, the other one can jump in. It's just good to have people, doing the same exact thing.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Without a doubt.
Plus, it adds a separate viewpoint as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No, exactly. When one person stops talking, the other one jumps in and starts feeding off of what they said.
Starts rambling about their XRP rants and goes on. That kind of flows into my next question. Why'd you guys choose the XRPL?
Yeah. I mean, we kind of dabbled. We had an Ethereum project where we kind of released during a high gas prices as well as a NFT bear market. So we kind of got the worst side of Ethereum. Yeah,
and you guys can go check it out at Spoder Bytes. Very fun project. Love everybody over there.
Yeah.
That was also part of the reason why the bridge was built, just due to the fact that, building on Ethereum just isn't viable at all. Speeds, cost, and everything. I mean, $2,000 to push a contract. It's like, when you're running on like a low, budget, it's tough to justify that. So
not sustainable.
And then you come over to XRPL, everything's super cheap, super fast, good technology, growing technology too. I mean, just in the terms of NFTs and, doing what, Ethereum does on the XRPL or, something along those lines. But
yeah. And to go off of that, I mean, XRP kind of brought our whole team together. Well, not our whole team, but that's how Chris met Adam.
Yep, I met Adam in a XRP Discord.
Probably a couple of years ago.
Yeah, around 2 years ago at this point. We just shared some, common interests and
and
look at us now, Adam.
Exactly, right? It's cool because we've been in XRP since probably at this point like 2019.
Well, we first found out about XRP in that like golden bull run of like 2016, 2017, but I had no clue how to buy XRP, and I remember we tried to buy it, and then it came on Coinbase. It did that big run up, and then of course watched it fall all the way back down. So I never touched it back then, but always been interested in it.
Then it was like the 4chan lores that brought us got us into it, really.
Yeah.
589 or bust.
What's the lunar cycle tonight? We should go find that out. It might be important
when you start watching the lunar cycle. That's what you know.
That's what got me into crypto, was Gus showing me the all the schizo stuff, and I think XRP was the first crypto I ever bought.
You gotta follow the lore behind it too. It's kind of like a movie. Hopefully the movie actually comes to an end, but I don't think so.
It'll never end.
So.
Who knows?
That's incredible.
So what makes the Pixel Ape Rowboat Club different from the other XRPL projects that are out there?
Yeah, to start off, we're all doxed, first and last names, as well as where we're from, and then we're also like pretty public in the space too. So like we go on webcam all the time. Adam has made videos showcasing his development tools and stuff like that. And Adam, I don't know if you want to kind of touch on those tools that you've made and stuff like that, but I think that that's super unique and something that a lot of other projects aren't doing, helping other projects with their airdrop tools, with bot verification, suppressing the amount of bots that are farming the trust lines and stuff like that. A lot of projects aren't really doing that.
Yeah, I can kind of touch base on that. So when we came onto the XRPL, there's a lot of pain points. There weren't that many devs kind of building, and there weren't a lot of open source tools and things that we could easily utilize for a project to kind of get going, and for token distribution and just really simple things like that. And so I kind of built a lot of stuff from scratch, and then I had the idea like, well, why can't we just help other projects do this, and why can't we fix some of these pain points and things that like projects really complain about. And so we built some of these tools, like our airdrop tool, and we built XRPL Verify, which is a tool to basically pair with our airdrop tool to combat this trust line farmers and the scripters and everything else, so that token distribution and everything else can be a lot more fair, in the sense that people aren't kind of gaming the system in that sense. So we've kind of just expanded out from there and created a lot of I don't know if you're familiar with Ripple I10NZ. He's a UNL validator on the XRPL, but he kind of contacted me and needed some scripts and he had some ideas, kind of looking at some forensic tools to catch scammers and these other bad actors in the space. And I've kind of built out a whole repertoire of these tools and open sourced them, so that other projects can look at these, they can use these, they can utilize these, just as a general way to just help their project get off the ground and everything. So it's kind of cool, and we're just kind of running with that, and I'm trying to just push the whole space forward.
That's amazing to hear.
Respectable.
Adam. Yeah,
very respectable.
I mean, we might even utilize those utilities for our own project down the road. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. And
yeah, I really want people to use them because they're open source, they're free. Like the XRPL Verify tool, that isn't open source, but it's totally free to use, and the airdrop tool is totally free to use as well. Nice. So we want people to use those. We want the good actors to be accelerated in the space, and the bad actors just to be punished, and that's kind of hoping that kind of comes to fruition there.
Of course.
Yeah. We can try to revive the XCals project. The true OGs will remember that one.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, to even continue on that, one cool thing about us is that we don't outsource anything. You know, Timmy and I do the art, Chris and I do the marketing, Adam does the development, and you know, everything is all done in house. So, you know, a lot of projects will outsource artists, outsource developers, but you know, we basically have everything in
one stop shop.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's great. So whose vision initially was it for this project?
What was that?
I think you cut out.
Whose
yeah.
vision was it initially for the project? Like who saw the project first? The name, the idea, the art.
Yeah, so I mean that goes
back to
way
the origin.
Back. Yeah, so I mean, I remember seeing a CryptoPunk sell for like 300K or something like that, and I think that was. I mean, that must have been in
like 2 years ago or something like that, right?
Yeah,
probably a year. Probably
probably
like
about
a year
2020
ago at this point, or something like that. And I had just learned about NFTs, so I went and I booted up Adobe Illustrator, and I was messing around. I don't know if you guys are familiar with like the meme from back in the day, like 2011, called Spoderman.
Yes.
Yes.
The elongated neck.
Yeah. So
I've been fully extended.
I used to have a Twitter account way back in the day where I kind of memed and I followed that whole meme thing. And I was like, well, why don't I make like a spoder in Adobe Illustrator? And so I showed Chris and he's like, dude, you should make that into like pixel art. And I was like, well, I've never done pixel art before, but we ended up doing it, made the pixel art. And then I think you or maybe Luke had suggested to make it like generative. And we're like, well, how the heck do we do that?
Yeah. And then that started
and then that's when we were like, well, now we need a developer. And so we grabbed Adam and he was like more than happy to kind of go along with it.
Yeah. And Adam was with the vision.
So we just started, you know, grinding away with the art. Adam worked on the contract and, you know, we had that first Ethereum project and it was awesome. And then we did the live streams on that as well. So that was kind of like our practice project. And then that carried right over. And when we hit the XRPL, you know, we basically had everything ready to go. We had the art, we had the development and the live stream communities type stuff. And that's where we are now.
That's basically it.
That's great. So it was more or less a team effort all around just to get this up and running.
Basically.
Yeah, 100%. Yep.
Great to hear.
Cool.
So what do you think about the recent news on XLS 20D? And do you see it getting released after the first round of voting?
I mean,
it's a big question.
I hate getting my hopes up.
Of course.
Because it seems like a common theme within, you know, XRP and all that. It's like, you know, all the lawsuits could be over in 2021. Bam. Push. And then, you know, Flare, of course, you know, a little bit different, but where's my airdrop? I've been waiting so long, like a patient boy for that. So, I mean, like, fingers crossed, it looks like it's going pretty good right now, isn't it? Like 50, a little bit over 50% last time I checked.
Yeah, we're at around 53% consensus.
Yes.
Okay.
There's still, you know, quite a few validators that need to get on board, but all of the Ripple validators are on board, and some, you know, most of the like Coil and what is it, XRP Scan, BitThomp, so, you know, some of those guys are on board. So I think it's gonna pass, but it might take a little while just because there's a lot of validators that are just really apprehensive about the stability of the new Rippled instance, and I think a lot of them are just, you know, being very cautious at this point.
For sure. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I mean, as they should be, because we don't want anything to go wrong whenever it does get released, you know?
Yeah. And plus this is arguably the most powerful, one of the, if not the most powerful blockchain that is in existence right now.
Yeah.
So stuff to screw it up.
I'd rather, you know, have them take their time, delay, do all they want. As long as it comes out within like a reasonable amount of time, like maybe like, you know, plus 3 months from now, F that, please, like a little bit shorter. But I'd rather have them, you know, test everything, make sure it works, release it and it works perfectly, because if they release it and it goes down within like the first 48 hours,
It's a bad look.
it's a bad look.
look.
You know,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's a bad look. I mean,
You're right.
Yeah.
it's just, you just want to make sure that it goes right the first time, because there's no second chances. So
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say
think
there's
it
no
says a
second
lot
chances.
that Ripple X is basically, throwing their weight behind it and saying, we're going to vote for this. And a lot of the devs, like Nick Borgalis, like he even said, he's really confident that it's efficient and it's going to be stable. And so I think that adds a lot of credence and like confidence just, going forward with that.
mm-hmm.
Sure. And plus, too, with XRP having basically a perfect track record in terms of 100% transaction throughput, then, it would be in Ripple's best interest as well to not, release it like half baked and then end up with a Solana situation.
Oh, we did.
Yeah,
Dude,
exactly.
Solana, what was it, number 4 now or something, that they've halted the network or something like
Too
that?
many times. Let's just put it at that.
It's double digits now, so they need to slow it down a little bit.
Literally.
Yeah.
And I mean, all I'm personally hoping is that XLS 20D gets released before the lawsuit's over. So we do get an impulse.
That's a very good question.
To be honest, I think it's going to be like XLS 20's release, next day lawsuit,
imagine
next day 2K yacht party.
589 succeeded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start throwing out everything.
Literally.
We're basically numb to these like false release dates anyway at this point.
You're right.
I mean, so
anything goes
But
at
fingers
this point.
crossed, it looks pretty good, and when it does come out, it's going to be perfect and everything's going to go smooth. So I'm super excited.
Gonna change the whole entire ecosystem.
Oh,
Yes,
absolutely.
It will.
He'll take over, in my opinion, but who knows? We'll only get to see.
Yeah.
that would be awesome.
Just the waiting game.
That would be awesome.
Pretty much. So back to the PARC project. What is your guys' main source of utility behind your project?
It's a good one. So I'd say it's basically our team, like we had described. Adam makes those open source tools, and that's kind of our thing is that we're like a large community presence where we help out other projects with things like airdrops, keeping bots away, like I said, with those open source development tools, and then we're basically we bring everyone together. So, the live streams and stuff like that.
And then Adam, if you want to touch on OR and kind of what that's going to play, I just don't want to overstep.
Yeah, no, you're definitely not overstepping. So we have a secondary token. So we issued our PARC IOU token, and that's basically just for NFTs, and so all of those will be burnt. But then we have our secondary token called OR, and that's going to be kind of at the center of our auction house, where we're kind of wanting to bring a marriage between physical art and digital art, and that's going to have like a collateral mechanism based on the utility within that auction house. And then we also have kind of a broader vision of bringing like this ecosystem to the XRPO, where we bring in tools that projects can use, like a platform launch tool, and then fixing some of these pain points and bringing in some cool features that nobody else is really doing. So we have quite a bit on our plate that we want to develop out, and we're not releasing too many details on it yet, but we definitely want to get a lot done by Q4 of this year.
Fair enough.
That's exciting to hear.
Exciting to hear. And then
you go.
Yeah, sorry. And then when do you guys think the PARC auction house is going to get released?
Adam?
I'm saying I hate to put like hard deadlines on anything, but I really want to get something out there probably by like Q3.
We can call it an Elon Musk deadline.
Yeah. His deadlines are just insane sometimes. But no, I really in a perfect world, I'd like to get something out there by Q3, and I think we can definitely deliver on that. We have a lot of big plans, and we're trying to partner with some artists that are making some really cool stuff that we want to feature on there. And we have a lot of, we're still kind of mixing around some other ideas in terms of, developing that out. So yeah, we kind of have an ambitious schedule, and we want to get that stuff out there as soon as possible.
That's great.
Definitely.
So what marketplace will PARC be listed on once XLS 20 is completed?
Yep. So as of right now, we have Clever Gallery, NFT Master.
Yep.
And then that's basically it as of right now.
Sure.
We'll be minting directly from our website as well.
We'll be minting directly from our website. Cool. It's going to be, fully random, open packs of Pokemon cards, basically. So it's going to be fun.
You should look
I just want to add like another comment to that, because I think you're going to see some kind of data aggregation services pop up that a lot of these marketplaces that are coming out, they're basically going to probably be listing, most everything on the ledger that has, for sale offers out there. And so, if someone puts an offer for one of our NFTs that, potentially, if they're taking advantage of that stuff, will be listed on all of those marketplaces. So I think that's kind of the way it's headed, at least in my opinion. But now things might be really siloed to begin with once XLS 20 launches.
For sure.
Yeah, that's a really good idea, because having something like, on CoinMarketCap, how if you go to a particular token, you can kind of see like all of the exchanges it's listed on and the prices and what the trading pair is. It'd be really cool to see that.
Yeah.
And then maybe even have some sort of an interface with other cryptos as well, because of, on-demand liquidity. That could potentially be something really, really cool.
That would actually be sick.
Yeah, that's a very good
That would be crazy.
Yeah. Because Ethereum doesn't have that. If you list something on Rarible, you can't see what it is on OpenSea.
Yeah.
There's no ability to like go back and forth between them.
I don't think Solana has that either.
Insane. Doesn't make any sense. That's why, like Ethereum's awesome for the NFT space. I mean, like, they're definitely the standard in terms of NFTs right now, but it's kind of insane how like odd it is. I don't know. That's,
they're only the standard because they're the first to do it.
If you think about it, Ethereum versus the XRPL, it's technically they're so much different the way that NFTs are implemented. On Ethereum, you have smart contracts. So like when someone puts in an offer, well, that offer really is kind of being centralized to that platform itself. So like Rarible or OpenSea, that data is not shared between them. Whereas like on the XRPL, when you put an offer in, it goes on the ledger. And so anybody can see that offer basically and list that on their platform. So the functional differences are going to be a lot different in terms of like the way the data is shared and the way the things are executed, just because smart contracts versus like native objects on the ledger. It's pretty cool.
Very, very true.
Mm-hmm.
I have one question for Two Cakes, just kind of top things off. Two Cakes, how's it been working with the PARC team from the beginning of when you started?
It's pretty cool. The way I met these guys is kind of crazy. I met Chris playing Counter-Strike like 6 years ago or something.
Nice.
And this whole like before this whole NFT thing, I really didn't know what or where I was going to go, as far as career stuff. And this really kind of helped me rediscover my like love for graphic design and stuff like that. So I'm going to school for it, and it's been a cool experience.
Love to hear that, man.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Definitely wanted to include you in it. Didn't really say much, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's all good.
So lastly, where do we all see XRP and NFTs in the next 1 to 2 years?
Do you want me to take that?
We all can take it. Let's all get a group answer.
I was just gonna say, I think NFTs are going to rapidly expand beyond art. I think, if you look at the way like Ripple and talks about NFTs, they see the broader vision of, tokenization and proof of ownership and just conveying that data and that information on the ledger. I kind of see that as like, that's the ultimate use case. I think art was a great, like, introduction to NFTs and to bring, it brought a lot of speculation, which sometimes that's, kind of looked at in a negative light, but those bigger use cases are coming and they're getting developed. There's a lot of projects developing some really cool solutions for that stuff. And I'm really excited about it to see where it goes.
Yeah, and hopefully in the next 1 to 2 years, XRP is free and we're having a good time. So
yeah,
we're all driving solid gold Lambos.
Yeah.
I'd prefer a solid gold Tesla.
That's fine
But
with me. That's fine with me.
That's the idea.
I hear no complaints from the peanut gallery.
No, exactly. Yeah, we definitely hope that NFTs and XRP are, in a better place come 2 years, because this is something that we like truly love to do.
Yeah.
And, we've met some awesome people, both like meeting people from our team, obviously, and meeting people in the crypto space. There's always, people to network with.
Yeah.
And, people are doing this as careers. So definitely an awesome space to be a part of.
Yeah. A lot of nice people.
It's a very
especially
strong
with the
community.
macro.
I personally think it's one of the strongest communities out there whenever it comes to crypto in general.
Yeah.
Well, 100%, like comparing Ethereum to XRPL, it's, night and day. Ethereum's that pay to play. You're not cool. You're not sitting with me at the lunch table.
Yeah.
We're not even looking at you. And then you go to the XRPL, it's like, come on in.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
sit down.
Welcomed you with
Yeah,
It's
open
like,
arms.
it's kind of like, it's weird at the same time because like Ethereum's like money.
Mhm.
And then you come here, it's like, hey, let's just hang out. It's like,
It's like, are you doing
Yeah,
something?
what's going on over there?
What's going on?
It's like, hey, we know what's coming in the future. Let's just chill in the meantime.
I
Yeah.
know.
Plus, too, it's like the people who have been holding XRP for a really long time are already like kind of in an abusive relationship with XRP because
Yeah.
everybody's like $5.89 tomorrow, $5.89 tomorrow, $5.89 tomorrow, and it's still at like 30 cents for like 2 years.
Oh, we've seen it all, man.
goes up to 31 cents. Everybody's like hitting the confetti blasters. Like,
Yeah.
it's over. We won. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, stop.
Institutional adoption is here. Huzzah!
I remember when it got to like $1.80 or whatever, like last year, we would stay up till like 2 a.m. watching the 1 minute chart.
Yeah, that's
like destroying our hearts.
We'd also have it up on the TV in our living room, just sitting there, just like,
Like at one point, we did not leave the house for an entire day. We just watched the chart.
yeah, that
On
was
Discord,
bad. That was
like-
bad. That was really unhealthy. But
I always wonder, like, when Brad Garlinghouse and some of the big, like, Ripple execs go to these big, like, community events, if people, like, ask them dumb questions like that, like, hey, when are we going to 589? Or, like,
Brad,
ask them about the conspiracies and stuff.
Brad's got 4 shoelaces. That means that the lunar cycle tonight.
Oh, no.
That's
It's like, how does
hilarious.
that even make sense?
It makes no sense, but they make it make sense.
Yeah, I think they all have a sense of humor. Like,
Yeah, that's the good part.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's funny.
of course.
No.
Well, I mean, if there's anything else you guys would like to add on to this great podcast, by all means. But we appreciate you guys coming on once again.
No, thank you for having us. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
I mean, be on the lookout if you guys want to play poker this weekend. 6/11, is that the correct date?
Yep.
2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come join us with the Junkies. Fun poker games.
Sir,
Definitely. Yeah.
what does the winner
yeah.
get? What's first place get for that?
20 junk.
We're still working it out. We currently have, I think it's 7 projects.
Yep.
Allocating some tokens for first through third.
Nice.
So I don't know, a couple hundred XRP minimum, maybe.
What was
But,
the first one, the prize pool? I think it was.
I think first place took home like 700 XRP. So it's definitely going to be more than that. But again,
The win.
give us a little bit of time. give us a little bit of time to get as many projects in as possible, and it's good. We're going to try to make it as fun as possible. So if you have a commercial that you'd like to participate with, send that in.
Yeah, if you guys got a commercial, definitely bring it in.
We love the commercials. We need the commercials.
You guys can put something together.
Yeah,
I know you can.
Yeah, I got a few ideas.
Yeah, definitely got something up our sleeves now.
Yeah,
We'd love to come on a Twitch stream sometime soon as well, if that's something we can work up.
100%.
That's how it's going to have to be. Yeah, but
is that going to be a suit kind of day?
Sorry, what'd you say?
Is that going to be a suit kind of interview there?
I mean, if you guys want to make it a suit,
you guys are worth it.
I'll put the suits on, but you're not getting the dress pants. You're getting the shorts or the
he only dresses halfway. It's like,
we'll get the suit and the PJs. That's all.
I guess the people like it. The people like comfy professional. It's easy as that. The sauce is free. I can teach you it. It's something like.
No, but I appreciate you guys doing these type of podcasts, because it's just another avenue that other people can learn about projects like ourselves. I know you guys have hosted the junkies and stuff like that. But props to you guys, and definitely keep doing what you're doing, because it's free promotion like this, or promotion or whatever it is, kind of networking. It's hard to come by in this space. So
100%.
Appreciate what you guys do.
Likewise.
Yeah, props right back to you guys, because the way that you guys do your videos and the way we do ours, it's very similar, but it's also very different at the same time. So your guys' is more community focused, and ours is more so like raw, informationally focused.
Yep. Yeah, 100%. You need both of them. Both of them.
Without a doubt. Well, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the All Kings podcast, and we will see you next episode.
Ooh, good shot. Oh, finally, I hit it. It took us like 8 videos, and I finally hit it.